Now, I got this in the mail. Does this mean I'm off the team officially, or you just wanted me to have a sticker? What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness. Wanted to do a quick review on my brother Mark Bell's elbow sleeves versus the cuffs. Now, I just received these cuffs in the mail a couple days ago, and as a matter of fact, I just left Metroflex Gym. Big Ron and I just finished a chest workout, and I realized... Come on, and I utilized these cuffs for the first time, and I've got to say, I've got a lot to say about these. First and foremost, I don't know if you guys have seen this or not, but I've done several collaborations with Mark Bell. We did a podcast together, enjoyed that thoroughly, and I've learned a lot from that organization. Mark Bell is a very smart man. He's got a lot of amazing products. The guys out there have a lot of passion for lifting, and I think that's a good thing because it's almost like asking someone that doesn't have children how to discipline your kids. You know, it's almost like having someone tell you how to drive a drag race car or a race car if all they have is a four-wheel drive pickup truck. You know, there's a lot of things that go into this. So these guys are very experienced, they're very knowledgeable. They're current lifters or not past lifters. They've been doing it for a long time, but they're continuing to educate themselves with some of this equipment. And I'm proud to be a part of it. Let me tell you something. I've had injuries in the past. I don't know if you follow me for a while, but 20 plus years ago, I was actually run over by a Humvee. So I broke a lot of bones, crushed and fractured both my shoulders and left elbow. And with that being said, I've had some problems lifting over the last few years. However, that happened before my competitive days. I actually was able to get on stage for 10 years straight and do successful competitions. However, with some pain. So these sleeves, the wraps and whatnot that I've utilized from Mark Bell's facility have definitely saved my life. And I went on record for saying that on his podcast, that the strong sleeves have saved my life. Squatting, pressing, you name it. I'm doing a lot better off now than I was back, when I first started training 35 years ago. I just want to do a comparison on these. Now, you've seen in several videos, as a matter of fact, I benched there with these sleeves. We did 4 or 5 or 10, I believe. Of course, I had the slingshot, and I've actually got the slingshot that he signed for me. I was honored that he did that for me. I had the slingshot, and I got my new gangster wraps, and I was using these sleeves, and very comfortable, okay? The equipment that you're utilizing is definitely going to help you lift a little bit heavier, and that's the name of the game. You know, people talk about resistance bands, chains, the progressive overload that puts on you, you know, the negative reps, partial reps, the board reps. It's all going to help you and aid in your progression, in your strength, and in your size. So I just want to go forward with saying, had I not started using these elbow sleeves a year or more ago, I believe that I would probably have more pain, probably even more injuries that I have at this point, because I'm trying to train as heavy as I can. I just did 315 for 20 reps with Big Ron last week on the bench press. Now, yes, they are partial reps because that's the only range of motion I have. That arm does not extend any farther out than that, so I can't actually do a full rep, especially since the older I get, the more calcification comes in. I have to have surgery every few years to scrape that bone to get it to straighten out a little bit farther, and the next step is elbow replacement. So I don't want to do that just yet. I'm not old enough. So cutting the chase, getting to the meat and potatoes of this video, utilizing these cuffs. Right now I'm in a little bit more pain than usual, and not because of just using the cuffs. It's just I think my bones are drying out. I've been kind of dieting a little bit. My sleep schedule is horrible. You know, I only sleep probably 2 to 4 hours, and you should probably sleep double that per night. Dehydrated, you know, been working long hours, a lot going on. FitCon was just last weekend. Thank you so much for supporting that event. But I think, well, I know that I will continue to use these. That these are in different sizes, so you go onto the size chart on the website that will be listed in the description box. I happen to wear a 3X on these sleeves. I don't know if you can see that or not. Get it close enough there. 3X, yeah. On these sleeves, and they fit me really tight in the biceps because my arms are still about 20 inches or maybe a little bit more, and my forearms are really a lot bigger up top, but the older I get, the less width they have at the bottom. So the bottom of the cuffs might be a little bit looser than they should be on me, but only because I'm getting older, I'm losing some size. But I measured properly. They gave me the right size, and these fit really good. these cuffs slide up really easily, and the compression, this is only my first time to wear it. It was really, really tight. I'm sure that they're going to stretch later on after I wear them several times and wash them. But these are, I believe they're the 13-inch ones. And my arms measure 16 inches. And I just talked to Steve on the phone about what size I needed, and he did all the other information on there. Make sure that you get these right. But these fit me really good. They eliminated the problem. And before I go any further, if you have elbow problems, you need to seek medical attention to figure out what your elbow problem is before you start band-aiding it, okay? Once you know what your problem is, once you go through aggressive therapy to create or eliminate the problem, to create a solution, and you're still suffering some pain or some problems, I highly recommend these. Regardless, even if you figure out what the problem is and you fix it, these are still very safe for you, especially if you're not a competitive bencher. Now, I would recommend, if you are a competitive bencher, to wear these as well for safety, but you're not going to be able to wear them during a meet. So these are going to help you go into a progressive overload to let you lift a little bit more weight. That way you're going to get stronger, you're going to get better, and then once you have to take those off and just wear your wrist reps, you will be a better bencher. I guarantee it, because I've bench pressed for years. Want to plug some of the other equipment. They've got the new ones out that I just got in the mail. I tried to put these on last night, but they were a little bit too tight, so I went ahead and went with the cuffs. Just fine. The gangster wraps, amazing wraps. I like the shorter ones, but I've got the longer ones simply because I don't like to sit there and wrap around 3 or 4 times. But the short ones, I do have a pair of those, but these are the ones I was wearing this morning. They work phenomenal, and of course, the knee sleeves have saved my life. So I'm plugging all of his equipment and gear. I really like it all. His information will be in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out some of the videos that I will link in the description box if you've missed those between Mark and myself. And again, either one of them works really good. These are a pain in the ass to put on. I just want to be truthful about it, unless you have a workout partner that's going to help you. Once you get them on their own for good. These are easy to put on, and I would venture to say if you just have like a bursa, swollen bursa, or a little bit of tennis or golfer's elbow, these are going to be good enough. If you have huge problems like myself, this still works really, really good. These, again, are bulletproof. So thumbs up for both of them. I would recommend, highly recommend, getting a pair of each.
An extra rep for you two. One for the two. One for IG, one for Twitter, and one for Instagram.
Until next time, Tennessee Rules, train hardcore. Check out the description box for all the information I just talked about, and we'll see you next video.